What's up, guys? All right. So today, I'm going to go over my watch list for tomorrow, focusing on 5 plays in total, 3 plays for the smaller account, and then 2 for a general account, bigger account, or someone, anything of that nature. So first thing, as always, I'm going to start with the flow. Look for any outliers. ATVI had a big day, but it moves pretty slow, so I stay away from ATVI. BBIG, small cap, get out of here. BAC, perfect. This is one off that top list of small tickers to trade that I like. I'm gonna look if I can see anything cool here. Let's see. So looking at this chart here, it looks like it filled the gap down. There's another gap down as well around down to this 45 area. So that looks cool on that chart there. Let's look for flow. So flow, that 45 put's getting hit hard, but there's also 49 through 50 calls getting hit for 121. So this is one I'm definitely going to keep in mind right off the bat. Those are pretty high OTM calls for a ticker that usually moves about $1 a day. So I'm going to definitely keep BAC in mind. Go back to ticker, see if I can find anything else. Pretty cool. I did want to bring up that SoFi just had news after hours. It's up 10%, so I'm probably not going to play SoFi just because it's going to gap and levels are going to be a little bit more difficult to chart. Let's see. Microsoft's one I like to play. Let's see here. So it looks like there's decent. How low did this? 302. Holy cow. All right, call volume's definitely down. As opposed to Friday, it was 300,000. Today it was 260 some thousand. So it is down. The market did shed a little, so we're having nice call volume still. Nothing that sticks out. 320, 218, 350 call, nice. I'll keep Microsoft in mind, but with tech falling down, I think Microsoft's at a point where puts are probably going to play more. Let's see here. Facebook. I love Facebook. Facebook. Let's look for some flow. Today's breakdown, of course. So right now, BAC for the small accounts really sticks out to me. Looking at Facebook, it's definitely at a big spot here. Looks on the top side at 322.5 level is going to be big, but there's a gap to fill up, and we're also at a very crucial support. So I like that a lot. In terms of flow, 330 calls are leading the way. What's that, a 12-point move? I like that a lot. We're getting hits on 300 puts as well as a high as 340, 350 calls, and next week's 355 calls. So I like that a lot. There's, big play potential. We're at a pretty crucial spot looking at this little 30-minute chart that Unusual Whales provides. So I like Facebook. I'm definitely going to keep that one in mind. Right now, Facebook, BAC are 2 that I have in mind. When I'm going through this and looking, I make that list. I'll start making it every week and posting it of small account tickers that have some good movement on each side. And then that helps me really narrow down and not have to look through everything. Uber's exceptionally high call volume today for a pretty bad day on the market. So that's something, let's see. Let's see this breakdown. Call volume's higher today than it has been in a little bit. So that really sticks out to me here as well. Looking at the charts, it also, just based off this, 39 is definitely going to be a big level. And then above that, 40 is going to be a massive level. Let's see. So it looks like 218, 47.5, a little bit of a longer swing type play. Looks like it's getting taken here. 211, 121s are still getting calls up to 40. Puts down to 38, even 36 down here. So I like Uber a lot as well. Pretty crucial spot. Definitely a good small account play. So I'm going to keep Uber, BAC, and Facebook in mind. Microsoft's okay, but I don't think I like Facebook spread a little bit more. One sector that's been doing pretty well is travel. Let's see, BA's right here too. Pretty high call volume. So I'm gonna put BA. Look at this flow, see what we got. Today's breakdown. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so yeah, as we can see, BA's at a pretty nice spot as well. It tested 230 today, which is pretty cool to see. Let's see. So we're getting hits up to this 240 call here, 250 a little bit further down next week. Ooh, all right, so the highest put here on BA is 185. That really sticks out because, that's a $40 move with greater volume and open interest in, 3 trading days now, because it is a Wednesday. And my general rule for Wednesdays in playing strike prices is 1 to 2 OTM still, but I'll tend more to that 1 day side because the time's starting to get out of our hands a little bit and more into theta decay stage. So I'm going to stick with 1 to 2 OTM on these plays. BA is definitely one I'm going to keep on my watch list solely off of this put here. Also good upside looking to 230, 235. Even 240, but this 185 put is definitely a little bit weird and sparks my interest. So right now, BA and Facebook for the bigger, what in the world's going on? All right, a little bit slow. BA, Facebook for the bigger, I'm definitely going to keep in mind. And then BAC and Uber for a smaller account, I like a lot, just based off the flow right now. CAT. So when looking at CAT, I saw these calls over here, but as we can see, they're pretty far in the money. So I'm guessing CAT has an ex-dividends day. I think that's what this, ex-dividend day is near. So I'm going to stay away from CAT. Not going to play that one. So if I had news after hours, I'm going to check AAL, possible sympathy play to BA. Travel sector is pretty hot. Let's see. The thing that really baffles my mind about the travel sector right now is we have all this news about cancellations, right? But somehow there's BA still going. AAL has been able to hold up pretty well. So have the others in the travel sector. So looking here, we're getting hit up to 21 calls. I like that a lot. 218.25 calls, nice. Downside, not as much, 18. So it looks like, I guess that 15 put is pretty low down there. But it looks like people are counting on a bounce from AAL tomorrow. I'm definitely going to keep it in mind. So far, I like the flow from Uber and BAC better. I think we can provide a bigger move, but AAL is definitely one I'm going to keep in mind. Let's see, another one on Neo. Neo's kind of in a weird spot. I don't want to play that tomorrow. GM. Let's see, GM's one that it moves pretty slow, but when it does move, it can get going pretty well. Very big spot. Filled a gap down. Nice, I like that. Downside, it looks like that 58 level is definitely huge. Cool. Let's see this flow. Looking at the flow, what do we have? Taking a while to load, holy shit. Alright, so the hottest call is 121.60 call, which is almost, it's about $1.50 move, $1.25. I like that. 128.65 call getting smacked. 121.65, 62.5. Nice, I like that. And then this put really sticks out as well as next week's 56 put. I'm definitely going to keep GM in mind. Look over some levels here. All right, so I like those plays so far. GM, AAL, going to keep in mind is the sympathy to BA, Facebook, Uber, and BAC, Bank of America. One thing I did notice with the banks is throughout the day there were some pretty decent call volumes coming in. So maybe some sort of news tomorrow about inflation rates, something like that. Going to keep that in mind. I like BAC the most, highest call volume, good volume in general. So this is my list of smaller accounts. I tweeted it out earlier in the week, but it just helps me narrow down a little bit when looking at flow. One thing with SPY, a level that I'm really watching is that 455.5 level. Underneath that, we get pretty bearish. Possible bounces, 453, uses pretty good psych levels in terms of bouncing. So we'll see if we can hold that 455.5 level and push back up is what I'm hoping for in a bull case. Bear case, if we get under that level, the close today under 456.6 was massive. So I'm pretty bearish going into tomorrow. But you never know with the market, and it has been doing all sorts of weird things. So I'm going to start with, let's just go GM. So looking at this daily chart, it looks like a prior level and support around that POC 458.61, 58.61. So this high here at 49.35 is definitely a big level. I'm gonna throw this in here. Move that 59.35. Awesome. Cool. One thing we do notice is it was a pretty bearish day overall. So my put triggers are going to have to be a little bit further down, as we did close near the bottom of today's trading zone. Actually, looking at that, I like that 59.35 level a lot. Over that, however, there is high 59.42. So we do have a double top, 59.42. I'm going to keep my call trigger at 59.35, but I'm definitely going to be on high watch of 59.42. And the reason I'm keeping that 59.35, not only was it a big level on the daily, but this right here it tested near it and then ultimately fell off. So I like that level a lot for our upside. Of course, watching 59.42 as well. In terms of a price target, all right. In terms of a price target, geez, all right. So there's not too much on our VPA until up here around 60-ish. I'm going to put 60.10 as my first target over that level. We're going to have to watch these levels, but with the VPA, we can see that they're not as big of levels as there weren't as many shares traded. So 60.10 I think is a pretty reasonable bounce back level if we do get a bounce tomorrow on SPY. GM moves pretty slow, but we do have those calls getting hit on the flow, so I like that a lot for the upside. On the downside, I'm going to have to use the hourly to even get, all right, cool. It's going to be, all right, so on our VPA, it looks like under 50.65, there's not going to be too much, but that's going to be too high, in my personal opinion, for a put trigger. So I'm going to move it down here underneath this one, 58.25 for that put trigger. I like that a lot. Pretty big psych level. Change this to blue. It was a low here, high here. This was also tested here. So the first big level on the hourly I notice is down here about 57.5 in terms of a possible big bounce. Put that in yellow. Cool. I like that a lot. And then also 58 is going to be a big level to watch, big psych level. Did have a bounce there, so I'm going to put that there as well. But I do like that play a lot. It's definitely going to go on my watch list. Let's see, watch list. Add GM real quick, but my levels on that so far. For calls, I like it over 59.35 and then puts under 58.25. Second ticker, Uber. Let's see what we got here. Uber. So on the hourly, this is pretty ugly. Very ugly. All right, let's go to 15. Most of these tickers are going to have that in common, as it was a pretty bad day. Jesus. So we fell off heavy at the end on this 15. Massive volume spike. That's something definitely to keep in mind. For Uber, on the upside, I like, let's see, what's the high here? 38.88. Low, 38.85. High. All right, so I like, for a call trigger, I like this level, 38.9 call trigger. Just because I don't want it, you're right, when I'm thinking about my calls and my put trigger, I don't want it too far so that we miss most of the move and then we have to more of a scalp type. I want these to be moves that, it could be 20 to 50 cents for the smaller account. And then, maybe $1 or higher in bigger accounts, because most of those tickers will move faster. But the reason I like that 38.9 level is because right before we fell off, it tested that level before falling. So that level is going to be big. It acted as some support here and resistance here. I like that a lot. On the upside of that, 39.10 is going to be my first trigger. Oops. Put that 39.10, not first trigger, first target. And that's a 20-cent move still, but I like that a lot. I'm going to watch that level. And then above that, let's see, 39.43, 39.46. All right, 39.45. I'm going to watch that level. Psych level, use that psych on the upside. And I don't want to make my price targets too unreasonable, right? Because I don't want this sense in my head that, this home run type sense. I want the sense that, these are reasonable plays and we can get in and out 20 to 50%. Nice. Keep compounding these gains and building up our profiles. On the downside, I'm going to use the hourly again because we did close pretty bad. So on the VPA, it looks like 37.7 is going to be a huge level. But I'm going to target right under this low. I'll put 38.05 for my put trigger. Need to edit this. 38.05 put trigger. Under that, I'm going to watch that 38 level. Definitely. What's the high on this? High of 38. Cool. So 38 is going to be a big level as well to watch. But I don't think we really see too much until 37.66 on the hourly at least. I'm going to put 37.66, my first target here on the downside. Definitely levels that are big here, especially on the hourly. They have a lot of congestion down here, so that's nice. Look at that VPA profile. Massive there. Then after that, I'm going to target 37, see the low here, 37.3 is going to be a massive level as well, it looks like. 37.29, okay, cool. I'm going to go over the 15, look a little bit more at this. All right, cool. Holy, I got to scroll out. Any day now. All right, come on, buddy. All right, cool. So yeah, it looks like 38.05 is definitely a big level. Down to 38. With that 38.05, I'm going to watch 38 pretty heavily. If we get a bounce off 38, close back above 38.05, I'm perfectly fine with playing calls there. More of a scalp type opportunity, and then just play within the zone up to about that 38.9 level before I think we really could tank there. And that's something we can play at any times, right? We can play the opposite if there's a failed call or put trigger. I'm going to add Uber. I like that play a lot. Uber, cool. All right, so we got 2 so far. Next one I'm going to look into is AAL. Let's see. So, All right, let's go over here. This 15. AAL is one that doesn't move all that fast, so I don't like it as much. But one level I do notice is this 18.10 on the upside. But then there's also this testing here about 18.2, so a 10-cent move, not the greatest. I'm not going to play AAL or put it on the watch list, even though I think there's definitely gains to be played with AAL. It's one I'm not going to watch for tomorrow. Third on my small account potential watches is BAC. And one level I notice here is this double top right off the beginning at 56.51. So I'm going to use that as my call trigger. 46.51, change this to blue. I just changed my call trigger and then PT different colors because it helps me visualize. That's really about it. Over that, this level here at 46.65 looks to be big on the 15. Flip this here. I like that. That's a 14-cent move, not bad, but BAC doesn't move all that much in a day. We did see on the flow that this is getting hit pretty hard, We also don't really have much on the VPA as it dropped really fast. The next massive level I see is 4720 on the upside, which I don't know if we can hit that tomorrow. Maybe if we get a really strong bounce back, but 4720 is going to be a big level. It's the first big VPA over there as well. We did have some nice bullish buying into close on VAC, so that's something I like to see there. A potential for a bounce back tomorrow. I'm going to go to the hourly again. All right, so on the hour, it does look like we might have a head and shoulders formation here on VAC. Left shoulder here, a little bit of a head, more of a consolidation phase. A right shoulder right in here before falling. Cool. The bottom of this, 47, 40, what? 4608, 4608. What's the low here? 4606. So I'm going to put my put trigger at 4605 for BAC. And this is one that can have a potentially massive move down to, oh boy, there's not much on our VPA at all, to about that 45.5 level. Even then, it's nothing crazy. But I am going to put 45.5 in as my first target. Move this to yellow. Cool. And then underneath that, on the hourly, we got range in both directions. So I like this play a lot. I think if we can get it underneath that 46.05, watch the 46 level as it is a big psych level, and then end up falling down, we can test this 44.7 level, especially if SPY is weak tomorrow. I think right around here, 45.20 is also going to be a big level to watch. Let's see, 45.20. Cool. So those are going to be my two targets there. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we have a bearish day on SPY and some bearish flow come in tomorrow on BAC. It wouldn't surprise me if BAC tests down around 44.8 to 44.7. And that's something really cool. However, I do notice that we have a nice hammer candle here in a prior support zone. So that's something to watch for a potential push back up. We did fill the gap down. Nice, I like that a lot. We also saw with BAC that the flow was getting hit really well on calls up to 45, 50, not 60, up to around that 50 around the 50 level. And so this could move either way really nicely. So that's going to be a high watch for me. And then in terms of the bigger count, Facebook and BA Boeing were the two that really stuck out to me. So looking at this chart here, so that level 321.68, I think that's the high of this one. 321.65 is going to be a big level, but that's also pretty far from our initial level, our finish. So yeah, that level is going to be big. Definitely on the upside. I'm going to watch that for sure. But on the downside, let's see. What levels do I know? This here. Underneath this, I'm going to take puts. So 315.5 is going to be my put trigger. 315.5. Cool. I like that a lot. And then underneath that, our volume profile is not big, but Facebook needs to hold that 315.5 level in order to get a bounce and to really keep itself in the name. Another thing, they have earnings, I believe, the first couple weeks of February. And Oculus, the VR, was definitely a big thing for Facebook over Christmas. Number one on the charts for a while. So that's something cool to see there. Let's see, underneath that, I like 314.5, that's a dollar drop. That can get us some good moves. 314.5, my first target. And then second target is going to be up here at the top of this one. 313.7, it looks like, is a big level. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to throw it in because this thing moves too damn fast for my little hands. 313.7, I like that. Cool. On the upside, I'm about to use the 15-minute here. So, oh boy, got a little cluster. All right, cool. So on the upside, I like, let's see, this level here. What's the low of this? 320.9. Cool. What's the high here? 320.86. So 320.9 is going to be a pretty decent level. 320.82. All right, so I'm going to put my call trigger on Facebook at 320.8. 320.8. I'm definitely going to watch the 321 level. Potentially 321.5 is going to be a big level. My first target is going to be 321.5. Over that, we don't have much, as well as we did see a big drop today. But we could get, we could see up to around 322, even maybe 325, potentially try and get this gap fill. So I'm going to put my second target here. What's the high? 323.10. 323.10. I like that. Facebook's definitely one that has both sides. Calls were pretty heavy today, even though a pretty bad day. But we could get a decent move either way. Preferably, I'd like the calls as they're a bit cheaper right now with the premiums and the pretty bad day we had. So I like that a lot. And then my last one, BA. Boeing has been strong. Travel sector has been pretty strong. Let's see. So on BA, low. What's the high here before we fell? Okay, low. All right, I'm going to put my call trigger on BA at 226.45. And I like that level a lot. It is right below that 226.5 level, but it was tested here twice. Tested again before falling. Tested before falling. Both support and resistance. Hey dog, relax. So I like that a lot. My first target, however, on BA is going to be 226.9. Perfect. And then on the put side, let's see, 223 is going to be this. This is a massive level here underneath all these. So I'm going to go 223.75, which is right around the lows here. Hey, relax. Sorry, dog's going a little crazy. He doesn't understand. But under 223.75, I think we could see, down. I'm going to watch this level here at 223. Absolutely massive level, big psych level. 223.10 is going to be my first level. And then underneath that, we have a lot of congestion here. But I'm going to eye this level here at about 221.7 for my second target, as it is near the bottom of this zone, 221.75, before we ended up pushing higher. So I like all five of those plays a lot. The flow is a bit weird, as we did have a very bearish day, but as we saw with Uber, the call volume's up. People expecting to bounce. BAC, the call volume is there again, targeting 48 through 50 calls. GM, that one really sticks out with the flow. Maybe we get some news of some sort, but that really, really sticks out. And then, of course, keeping in mind that everything's going to go off of SPY. So how SPY really finishes tomorrow and starts the day tomorrow is kind of how I'm going to gauge, what to play. I'm going to sit out those first 15 minutes as I am expecting some volatility. If we can hold that 455, let's see, 455.5 level and bounce back up, I think SPY could retest 459.15, and hopefully we can retest that. But I'm not counting too much on a push, as we do have a lot of bearish activity. Very high volume spike here. Nice close, but we did close under that 456.5 level. 456.6 was the level I was really watching there on the close. So I'm just going to keep and trade the price action, right? Let my emotions get out of it, and just trade what I see based off my call levels. I'm gonna wait for a call or put levels. I'm gonna wait for a 5-minute close above or below, or if I get a call reject high upper wick, I can play the range down to my call or put trigger inversely true on the other side. So that's something I really like about playing key levels, is it's not a stuck in stone method. It's both interpreting what we see and just trading price action while minimizing our emotions. So that's something I like a lot. Today, LVS and Neo were two plays that were nice. So I like that a lot.
Hey, shut the fuck up. Hey, quit!